Hello everyone, welcome to Whack Comics. I have DJ LINX with me today, and we're gonna do 10 whack questions. You excited, DJ?
Sup? Yeah, I'm super excited. You know, I love my whack comics. I love you.
Classic meme. So for the first question, just for people who don't know you, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck am I? I am DJ LINX, YouTube megastar.
Is that it?
Sure.
Okay. That was a shorter answer than I thought you'd give.
I apologize.
Maybe you can do better on the next one. The second question. What was the first comic book that you read and thought, I really want to destroy this comic book?
The first comic book that I read and thought that made me want to destroy comic books, it had to be a Superboy comic book, I think in the 80s. I was punished. I did something bad at school, and my parents punished me by making me read Superboy. And immediately that instilled in me something to want to just destroy comic books, specifically Superboy comic books. And every time I see a Superboy comic book on a shelf somewhere, I'm triggered. It takes me back to that time that I was punished.
Do you remember what issue it was?
I think I want to say it was issue 12. Issue 12. That sounds about right. 12. Because I know it wasn't 11. And I know it wasn't 13. And I know it wasn't 1. I know it wasn't 2. I know it wasn't 3. I know it wasn't 4. Yeah, I think issue 12.
The third question, in your opinion, what comic book character has the most takeable penis and why?
That's actually a great question. I'm going to have to say the Living Tribunal from Marvel Comics. I think people get it mixed up that he has 3 faces. Like if you really dig deep and go into the Marvel lore, you'll find out that he actually has 3 penises. So like you have a buffet of penises. So one of them has to be takeable. So even if 2 of them aren't takeable, one of them has to be takeable. If one of them is not takeable, then 2 of them might be takeable. But either way, the assortment, there's always going to be one takeable penis. So definitely the Living Tribunal.
There's like one for each hole as well.
Yeah, so I've heard, so I've read, so I've seen.
Question number 4. This is a serious question, okay?
Sure.
So if you could date anyone in the comic book community, who would it be?
That's a great question. It'll probably have to be that Mrs. LINX. Like I see her in some of the chats. She's always saying hi and putting up her little brown hand emojis. She stops by in the mix a lot. I really respect her for doing that, for showing that level of support. I haven't had any real interactions with her other than the in the mix chat, but I like to slide in those DMs and maybe clap them cheeks.
Ooh, sounds like we got a bit of a romance happening.
Yeah.
Question number 5. What Pokemon do you think Rob Fatstacks of comics would be?
That's a great question. I want to say he's probably I'm not well versed in the Pokemon world outside of what I search on Pornhub. He kind of reminds me of a Squirtle with a mustache. So I'm going to say Squirtle stash.
Do you reckon he squirts?
Probably. I mean, if you get his juices flowing, if you get him revved up, I've heard that he can go from 0 to 100 very, very quickly. He looks like a squirter.
Question number 6 has to do with one of my favorite comic book writers of all time, Keanu Reeves. And if Keanu Reeves were to write for the big 2 publishers, Marvel or DC, what character do you think he would be good at writing?
I think Keanu Reeves will probably be great at writing Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts, I forgot what issue he debuted in, but it's kind of right up Keanu's alley. Like he's funny, he has his martial arts stuff down. He knows how to say a good whoa. I think that's very important when Keanu's writing a story. Pick a character that can give a good whoa. And definitely Jack of Hearts. I like Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts is okay.
He could look like Keanu Reeves a little bit too. The artist could draw him to look a little bit like him because he already has like the Keanu hair kind of, don't you reckon?
Yeah, he does when he doesn't have his, because he has like either the hood thing or then it stops right here and his hair comes out. But yeah, he could look like Keanu, definitely.
I reckon Keanu could pull off the half blackface thing as well, and it not be racist.
Probably he's probably the only person that could pull that off because he's a god walking amongst men. He's the nicest guy in the world.
Last year, I was campaigning for a Killaroo Does a Poo Kickstarter. What character would you like to see do a poo colored in book of, and what artist would you like to see draw that?
I probably like to see the Incredible Hulk do a poo. Incredible Hulk is my favorite character, and it's never been represented in comic book form, but I imagine that Incredible Hulk just takes these massive, massive green shits. And if it's something that really has never been touched upon. And I think we're missing out. I think um, Ignacio will probably do a great Incredible Hulk shit. That Austin LeMay can also draw fantastically a nice Incredible Hulk shit. Todd McFarlane, I think Marvel should strike a deal, bring him back to his roots. He started on Incredible Hulk, have him just draw a fantastic Incredible Hulk shit and make the world happy. Make the world one again.
What made you want to call your channel DJ LINX? And couldn't you think of something better?
That's a fantastic question. So LINX, because I love climbing fences. That's how I got my name. I was, a young tyke. I would get in trouble. Oh, that's what I did. I got in trouble with the Superboy thing. I was climbing fences, chain links. So that's why my name is LINX. And then the DJ, one day I was walking by a store. I think it was Circuit City where they had DJ equipment. And I was walking with my mom. I was little and I was just like, oh my God, DJ equipment. I want to be a DJ. And then she hit me in the back of my head and was like, shut up. And I started crying, and then she was like, now go over there and climb that fence. You want to be a DJ LINX, go climb the fence. So again, I search deep down in my soul, and I create stuff out of the trauma. So I was just like, I'm gonna call it DJ LINX for the time that my mother smacked me in the back of the head as I was walking and made me climb a fence.
Interesting. The fence is interesting. I always thought it was LINX from the Rammstein song LINX. It's like LINX, LINX, LINX. It's not from that at all.
No, I'm actually not familiar with that audible tune.
This one is a question about your childhood, but if you could sum up your childhood in just one word, what would it be?
I'm gonna have to ponder that for a second. I'm gonna have to say safe. Safe.
Okay.
My childhood was safe, only because I was such a pussy that aside from climbing the fences, I never got hurt. I never broke a bone. I never got stitches. I was always into my action figures and climbing fences. Yeah, just safe. I was a very boring child. I remember my mother would be like, "Go outside and get hurt, you fucking pussy," and I would just come home unscathed.
That was a lot more than one word, but thanks for the answer.
You're welcome.
The 10th and final question is, could you show us all how you would whack a comic book?
Yeah. So luckily I have a comic book right here. So the way I would whack a comic book, and this is a very rare comic book. This is the New York 5 by Vertical #1. So what I would do is I would take it out the bag and board. I would go directly into the centerfold. Hey, guitar riff. Go directly into the centerfold. And then I would just take it and just whack it like this. And you don't even need to read it because it's all there.
Just whacked it into your face.
That's what I did.
I was not expecting that one. That's great. Okay, so we're going to finish this up with just a 10 quick round of questions, okay?
Sure.
So question number 1. So this is like this or that. So you just have to pick one or the other, okay?
Sure.
So question number 1. Who sucks more, Joe Biden or Tyler?
I've never met Joe Biden. I've met Tyler in person, and he's like sucks. So I'm gonna have to go with Tyler. Tyler fucking sucks. Sucks.
Number 2. What would you rather eat, a comic book pizza or a comic book pie? I've made both, by the way.
Definitely a comic book pizza, as long as it's carried by a comic book pizza rat. I think that's a perfect combo. So definitely the combo with pizza.
What character would you rather let it slip inside you, the Thing or the Mr. Fantastic?
Wow. I'm gonna have to say the Thing, because if I went down that road, I would want the best. So, and I would assume he stays rock hard at all times. So the Thing.
Who is the better YouTuber, actual Dracula or Remy Q Studios?
I'm definitely gonna have to say Remy Q Studios, because I've actually heard of Remy Q Studios. This actual Dracula that you speak of, I've never heard of him. I've never seen his channel. He's never been a guest on In the Mix. I never did a song that featured him. I was never on Casual Dracula on his YouTube channel. So definitely by default is gonna be Remy Q Studios, just because this actual Dracula that you speak of, I've never heard of this actual Dracula, so I can't comment on the actual Dracula. So I'm gonna say Remy Q Studios.
Nas or Biggie?
I'm gonna have to say Biggie. Biggie to me is the goat, one of the goats. Biggie is my childhood, my teenage years, all rolled into one. I love me some Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, I didn't know you knew Biggie Shaq for that long.
Yeah, definitely. Biggie Shaq is the man. Shout out to my guy Biggie Shaq.
All right, I think this was number 10. So this is gonna be the last one. Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny?
That's a great question. Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. It's hard to choose because they remind me so much of my parents. I don't have my parents, and Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny don't exist either. So I'm probably gonna say the Easter Bunny just because he has better teeth and his tail is probably like cushiony or whatever. So I'm gonna have to say the Easter Bunny.
Thank you so much, DJ LINX, for coming up and 10 my questions with me. Would you suggest should come on and have some whack questions as well?
Thanks for inviting me. I would have to say Mark from Legion of Comics to answer some of these questions. It's right up his alley.
Mark from Legion of Comics, I'm going to come after you next. Thank you again, and thanks for watching.
Ignacio, he's an artist in a hole. You pay him enough, there's nothing he won't draw. Ignacio, Ignacio.
Well, DJ, that I'm honored, and I always thought maybe the hog poops with gamma scented shits, and maybe it's radioactive, right? I mean, it has to be. He's gamma powered, so there must be some gamma residue in his massive, I'm gathering, poops. So that would be interesting. Would you like it to be taken from below? Do you want to see the thing coming out? Like, we can talk about it.
Ignacio, he's an artist in a hole. You pay him enough, there's nothing he won't draw. Ignacio.
I'm glad this is edited so I can edit.
Okay, good. I'm like, I'm trying not to laugh, dude. Because I'm trying to give you like whack comics type answers.
It's perfect. Right? Perfect.
All right, hold on. Hold up.
That was perfect. Yeah.
Hold on. Oh shit.
That's a good one.
My nose hurts. Oh my god. I hit myself so hard. All right, hold on.
That did look like you were hitting yourself pretty hard.
Oh my god. All right.
All right. Perfect.
All right, cool. Leave it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. I think I broke my nose.